Sit back and put your feet up as we head into qualifying here in Kuala Lumpur. Over the next few minutes, we'll find out who's got pace in the car and who hasn't. Last year we saw a wonderful race here in Malaysia, and I'm expecting another fascinating weekend to come here in Kuala Lumpur.
Well, there are at least 3 or 4 other drivers that could be strong contenders for a front row start tomorrow, so it's difficult to predict who will come out on top, but it's certainly going to be an exciting qualifying session today.
Hey guys, welcome back to some F1 2015. This is part 2 of my Hulkenburg career mode. Now, before getting into things, I just want to thank people for the support on episode 1. I've got my video manager up in front of us, and fair few views and 4 likes so far, so that's really appreciated. Thank you. In future, I think what I'm going to do is do me little talking bit over qualifying and then do a live commentary in the race. So let us know what you guys think about that in the comment section below on this video. I don't know what you guys want unless you tell us, so that's that. We're closing in on 150 subscribers as well, which is really terrific. I'm incredibly humbled for that. As you can see, I'm just fiddling around with my setup there, but here we are in Q1 coming round the final corner. We lock up slightly, but here we are now putting the DRS on, and we're going to come through and set a time of 1:39.204, which is was the fastest time at that time, and we finished 4th at the end of the session, so that was good. Sergio Perez down in 9th, but Force India certainly showing some pace so far. The Mercedes look like they are the strongest team though. And here we are in Q2, same corner. We don't lock up this time, we hit the nice apex and we get a nice acceleration, DRS on, and we're heading towards the line now, and we get a 1:39.095, so an improvement by 0.4 of a second there, and we're 4th in the session. Sergio Perez 0.2 quicker in second, but we're showing a lot of pace, and well, let's get into Q3. As you can see, it's very, very wet at the moment, but we come around the final corner and struggling a little bit on the exit, but we come through and we set a time of 1:48.888, and as you can see, I tried to get another lap in, but struggling on these tyres that have been used for a couple of laps now. P6 at the moment, and then a big spin for us here, and that pretty much ended any hope for us of getting any higher. But 6th and 7th on the grid for Force India, I don't think that's too bad. Hamilton on pole, Rosberg 2nd, Sebastian Vettel 3rd, not too bad but here's the race.
Welcome to the Sepang International Circuit, where the cars are already on the grid as we gear up to start the main event. On pole today is Lewis Hamilton. The Mercedes was dominant during qualifying, and with the power unit advantage, well, you just can't see anybody challenging for that race win today.
His work isn't done yet. He still needs to take the advantage of being on pole and turn it into a race win. As long as he has no mechanical issues and can stay out of trouble in that first corner, he could make this the perfect weekend.
Daniil Kyvat looks to have the upper hand on Daniel Ricciardo this weekend. He really is dialed into this track.
Beware the Russian Crofty. He's on fire so far this weekend and looks to be able to get more out of that Red Bull over this circuit than Ricciardo can. Can he keep that going for the duration of the race though?
Well then, here we go. Just going to quickly look at the race strategy, and yeah, I guess I'm just waiting for the race to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and lights out, and away we go here in Malaysia. A decent start for us, but yet again we've got Perez coming up on our right there, and he's going to overtake us for the second race in a row, and he's getting past Kyvat as well. We're taking it nice and easy into the first turn, taking it nicely round the outside, and we're going to try and get down the inside of Perez into turn 2, but we don't quite succeed, but we'll get a little bit of a better exit, but we're just going to slot in behind Perez on this opening lap. But we've got the extra speed coming into turn 4 now, and we're taking him down the inside, and we complete the move, so we're back up to 6th on the first lap. Good start for us there. Now We're now following Kyvat as Sainz and Perez are battling behind us right now. So here we go, and we're just going to slot in behind Kyvat. We're at the end of lap 1 here, and we don't have DRS, but we've got the slipstream, and we go down the inside, and we come into the first turn. We don't lock up, we keep it nice and tidy into turn 2, and there we go, we complete the move, and we're going to have a look on the replay in a second. So there you go, that is going to be the format for this race. There's going to be overtakes and then replays and things like that, but what I usually do in these videos is talk about F1, and the Chinese Grand Prix was just at the weekend. Big news about that is that Alonso was fit again and driving in the McLaren, so it's great to see that he's back. Before the weekend though, Hamilton got a grid penalty, 5 places, because of the change of gearbox, and then he had an issue in qualifying which meant he couldn't take part, so he had to start from the back of the grid. It was great to be back to the 2015 qualifying system. We had a bit more of an exciting qualifying, and Rosberg obviously got pole, but Ricciardo actually beat the Ferraris into second place, so the front row was Rosberg, Ricciardo, and then it was Raikkonen, Vettel. So that was interesting, and it built up for an exciting race with Hamilton from the back, loads of tyres. Surely he was going to battle back and finish on the podium. But first lap incident, Ricciardo got off to a terrific start, and he actually got into the lead, past Nico Rosberg into the first turn, but there was collisions behind caused by Vettel and Kyvat. I think Kyvat went down the inside, Vettel was caught in the middle between Raikkonen. Vettel was scared a little bit and crashed into Raikkonen, and Raikkonen's race was pretty much over. But he did battle back, to be fair with him. And, yeah, then but Hamilton was also caught up in the incident because of Sauber had to avoid Raikkonen coming back on the track. And yeah, Hamilton lost his front wing, so that wasn't ideal. It went under the car, so damaged the floor, other parts of the car. So very unlucky start of the season for Lewis Hamilton, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. You know, he's suffered similar issues in 2014. Lots of bad luck in the first half of the season, and it's looking that way again. But Ricciardo got a puncture on lap 5 or something like that, I think, and Rosberg was back in the lead, followed by Kyvat, and then I think it might be Massa, I think it was. But yeah, not a lot really happened after that. I mean, Hamilton battled back through the field. You know, he obviously had. Right guys, sorry about that. Slight interruption there, but yeah, I was talking about Hamilton, and he had a few issues with his car, so he wasn't driving at full capacity, and towards the end of the race he did struggle a little bit, but he had 5 pit stops and still finished in 7th place, so that was quite impressive. But one thing I wanted to talk about was the disappointment of Force India and Williams again. I mean, Massa finished 6th, but at the end of the day, it wasn't really that quick. Bottas was in 10th, but Perez 11th and Hulkenburg 15th. Hulkenburg, interestingly though, did set the fastest lap, so you know, can't complain too much. But if we look at the driver standings, I should really talk about the podium. Rosberg won the race, Vettel 2nd, Kyvat 3rd, Ricciardo battled back to 4th, Raikkonen 5th. That was very interesting considering the start he had. Massa 6th, Hamilton 7th, Verstappen 8th, Sainz Jr. 9th, and Bottas 10th. Every car finished, by the way, so that was good for them. But the standings, Nico Rosberg now leading Hamilton by 36 points, and Daniil Ricciardo is 3 points further back, with Vettel 3 points further behind him. Kimi Raikkonen in 5th with 28, Massa 6th with 22, and Kyvat 7th with a 21. Constructors, Mercedes pretty much running away with it. They're 53 points ahead of Ferrari, and they're 4 points ahead of Red Bull, so not a big gap between Ferrari and Red Bull at the moment. Williams 4th on 29, and it looks like they're going to be quite isolated in 4th place in the Constructors, but that was pretty much the Formula 1 weekend. Hamilton coming out still kind of relaxed, there's still 18 races to go, so long way to go in the championship to see if he can turn it round. But for the rest of the video, I want to kind of talk about Snooker. So the World Championship started on Saturday and the Crucible curse continues. Stuart Bingham getting beat by Ali Carter 10-9 in the deciding frame on Saturday, so extends the run of first time champions not defending their title the following season. And today, on the 18th of April, Ronnie O'Sullivan won 10-7 against Dave Gilbert, but didn't attend his media duties and apparently was heard swearing and thumping the wall in his dressing room, so goodness knows what's up with him. But Sean Murphy's also out, so both the last year's finalists out in the first round. He was beaten 10-8 by Anthony McGill, and Alan McManus, the veteran Scotsman, beat Stephen Maguire 10-7 in the first round to make it 3 seeds out of 5, I believe, of the completed matches so far to be out. Mark Williams won today against Graham Dott 10-4, I think it was, and who else was there? Marco Fu beat Peter Ebden 10-2, so they were interesting results. John Higgins is quite a way ahead of Brian Day, so it looks like he's going to win. Mark Selby 7-2 up against Rob Milkins. But just a little thing to finish off on is the provisional rankings as I come through to finish in 7th place, I think, or it might have been 6th or 5th, I don't really know, to be honest with you. But Raikkonen popped out of nowhere at the end of that race. Don't really know where he came from. But yeah, 5th place, very good. Nico Rosberg wins again. But yeah, provisional rankings, anybody from 10th up, I think, can win, can become world number 1. So that's from Joe Perry up to Stuart Bingham is provisional number 1. But I'd say he's quite likely to lose that because Judd Trump's still there, Neil Robertson, Mark Allen, John Higgins, Mark Selby, Ricky Walden, Ronnie O'Sullivan and Joe Perry. You wouldn't really look beyond any of them to win the World Championship, so I'd expect a new world number 1, and any of those who win the World Championship will become world number 1, which just shows how overpowered the World Championship is really, and the money based system and how that works. But that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please leave a like down below if you did. You don't have to, of course, but it'll mean a lot for me and for the channel. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.